Hi, this is a video how to change the fuel filter on a 1.7 TDI Ecotech Zafira. Like I say, it's 1.7. It's pretty similar to the 1.9. First, you want, obviously we're looking at changing the oil and the fuel filter pumps today. So if you have a look, they're actually underneath the bulkhead. They're a pain in the backside to get to. There's one there and one there. So the first thing you need to do is take the bulkhead apart. So nice and easy, pull off the rubber sleeve, and then you've got the plastics underneath. Now this just clip out. Once you clip it out, be careful because you've got a pipe connected to your washer jets. Turn it around, and that'll leave you with 4 locators. There's one there, one there, one there, and one there. So there's just 4. You need to unclip this from the cable. Also need to pull off the tie wrap around there. Once you've done that and you undo these 4, which I think was a T30, and it's a star. So once you've undone that, you should be able to pull out, starting from the right hand side, the bulkhead. You see that nice and easy, it's coming apart. Once you've started taking it away, you'll probably notice you've got your cable running across the 3 lines there. Just unclip that and it'll slide out nice and easy. Once you've done that, it'll just give you full access to the back of the engine. So there you'll see the diesel pump, diesel filter, sorry, and also the oil filter. They're going to be the things we're changing today. I'm going to start today with the diesel filter. Now you've got 2 lugs. Just basically need to clip them out and slide them out. Be careful, it's 90 quid for the whole unit. Vauxhall don't sell them separately. Unclip that. Once you've done that, you've got a location bolt there. Undo that and the retainer should pull out. Okay guys, once you've taken your screw out, you'll notice there is the clips like I stated earlier. Now I have noticed they're a bit of a pain to get out, so if you gently ease it, you should then be able to see underneath, and you can see the clips. Get a screwdriver, pop out the bottom, and then it should obviously free out like so. So underneath, got 2 lugs there, and then this is nicely out of the way. Just be careful because there is a couple of a spring in there. You don't want to damage that. Next thing to do is to take the filter out. Now before taking your filter out, you're always best checking your new kit. So here's my new one, nice new one. It's made by Crossland Filters. Pretty good brand, pretty standard, pretty bog standard really. And check what washers you've got. So in this kit, for instance, I've just got 1 O-ring, 2 O-rings, so I can already see what they're for. Show you in a second. Now the 2 O-rings, one's on the back end of the screw. I've saved that. The other one's just going to be around this lip here. So obviously we can take that off now. Gently pull that out. We can discard of that because that's the old one. We've got a nice new one, so I'll just put that there for now. And be careful, obviously this is diesel, so it's not very nice to get over your fingers. Black as you like, it is ready for changing. So we'll just move that out of the way. As you can see, that's inside where the filter sits. So it's your reservoir, nice and straightforward. Now the new one has an end like that. Before you discard of your old one, you obviously want to check. So we're just going to have a look. Yep, so that's the same. Put it up, make sure it's the same. It is perfect. And obviously lengthwise as well, which it is. So nice and straightforward, nothing to swap, just make sure there's no dirt. Put your new one in. Sits all the way down to the bottom. It's a nice snug fit. And then we're going to move the O-rings. So these are the 2 no O-rings. You've got a little one that goes on the end of the screw, I'll show you in a second, and then the big one. Obviously the big one just goes around the outside there. Make sure it doesn't protrude or it's not going to seal, and diesel's just going to fly out everywhere. So just locate this and I'll get back to you. And there it is. The first one's relocated, so we're going to put the cap back on now. Again, just taking your time with everything. Remember you've got a spring there, you don't want to damage it anymore. So just locate it exactly the same way as it come off, nice and straightforward, and because it bolts down then it's going to get a nice tight fit on it. Okay, here's the bolt that holds it all together. So we just need to take this O-ring off here and put the new one on. we've clipped those in to hold it all in place. I'll just put the bolt down now, finger tie it a little bit first just to make sure it gets there. And again, this one's exactly the same as the earlier. It's a T30, 30T star socket, so should have no problem with that. So once you tighten that up, clip that back in, and the fuel filter's done, guys. So there it is, fuel filter complete, both plugs in, sealed. I've just started the engine, nothing's leaking out, perfect job. My next job for today is to change this bad boy, the oil filter. Obviously I've got to get the car up on ramps first, get something undo the sub plug. So as I'm going through that, I'll get back to you. Alright, back again. Now obviously the car's up on ramps now. Just gonna have a look. Sump, well, it's located at the back of the sump, so this is the sump here. And if you can see that, that's the sump plug. So I'm just going to work out what we need, I'll tell you what it is, and then we'll get to it. Okay, it's a T45 we need. You can see fitment goes straight in. And secures, nice fit. Got my bucket ready. Perfect. Obviously this does get a bit messy, so I'm going to move my phone out of the way when I do it, and I'll show you the oil drain. Thank you. So there's the sump plug. Notice my hands are pretty oil free, so I did that pretty nifty, and the oil's draining away. So give it about 5 minutes, completely drain out. I've not put my ramps all the way up, as you've noticed, and I am downhill, just to make sure that gravity allows the oil to flow out. Once I've done that, I'll get back to the filter. Okay, I'm back on top of the engine now. I have taken the oil filler cap off just to let the air flow through, so it flows through a little quicker. Although I can make a start now, because on this engine, like I pointed out earlier, the oil filter is actually towards the top. And I've just checked, it's a 32mm socket, so I hope your toolkit's big enough. It's on the top like that. Even got directions, that'll be for tightening, so to loosen it up, put that on top, gently give it a squeeze. Now I've broke it so it's not as tight now, so I could probably undo this with my fingers. Now you've got to be careful, because this is obviously a part that needs to go back on your car, because the filter's with inside. So it's what we call an element filter. Bit of a pain in the backside, but Vauxhall's always got to be a bit different. So we get hand in there now. You see I can just turn this. And you might get a bit of oil resistance, but not too much. Like I said, be careful with the threads. There should also be a rubber on here. Okay, it's coming out now, and nicely it's brought the filter with it. It doesn't always do that, sometimes drops it, but it's good. I just let the oil dry and drain off in the pan there rather than get it everywhere. And there it is. So you've got to gently slide the filter out now. There's a couple of rubbers, I'll get back to that. Obviously it's got oil all over it, I'm going to get it all over my camera, so bear with me. One filter, one collar. So we're just going to have a check. I would have thought there'd be a rubber on there, and there, but don't seem to be able to see what I got with the kit. Same again, went with Crossland filters. We're going to open it up now, see what we got. There's a filter. I'll actually change the same size in a minute. And it looks about the same. I'll look at that in a minute. We have got a couple of O-ring filters, so I'll have a look at that in a minute. And then there's one big one. The big one will go around the edge of the chamber like so. Okay, what I've noticed is there is actually two O-rings. One there, one there, and with my kit I've got 4, so I'm guessing there's 2 vehicle sizes because there's 2 different sizes. So I'm going to remove them and replace them. Already put my new O-ring on, ready to go. Okay, replace all the O-rings, 2 there and 1 there. New filter in situ, a lot cleaner than the old one, as you can see. So obviously it's going to make some sort of impact. Now we just need to put this locator back in place. Nice straightforward, you just screw it in. I will say one thing, I did use a lot of WD-40, just cleaning out all the slurry from inside, just to make sure obviously the filter's not getting clogged as soon as I'm using it. It's worthwhile using some form of thinner